Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday and happy Halloween to you all. I hope you have wonderful plans. This is going to be our last Saturday connection. Starting in November, we're moving to Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And that just came as some recommendation from a few people, and I thought, well, let's try it. Let's see what works best. Regardless, we're all here together today. We have a few questions this morning. Um, for those of you just joining for the first time or seeing one of these live videos for the first time, what I'm doing is working with Akashic Records, these little pop-up buttons, and you, through this video, get to see what a reading is like with me. So I just invite you to be open, be curious, and see what kind of gets nudged in your mind and your thoughts, maybe to ask a question yourself. So what I'm going to do is read the prayer out loud. This is the Akashic prayer. I use the traditional one. And I'm telling you that because if you do get an Akashic Records reading from someone, they always will start with a prayer. Always, always, always. There's the traditional one, which I use, and then there's a couple of people that broke off and created their own prayer. It's similar, but anyway, I'm just telling you for your knowledge and education of the Akashic Records. So I'm going to read the prayer, and we will get started. Okay. I ask God if He will have His shield of love and truth around you permanently, so only God's love and truth will exist between you and me. I allow the masters, teachers, and loved ones of you to channel through me out of whatever realm to say whatever they wish. I ask the permission of the Lords of the Akashic Records so I'm able to look into the records of you and remove whatever information I'm allowed. Okay, let's see here. Okay. I always like to start with a general message from the guides before I get into questions. And the readings go like that too. I always like to see what they have to say for you individually before we jump into your questions. And this morning, they are keeping it light and easy. They said vibrations is a very big deal to them. They love to speak in the language of vibrations and energy, and they want more of us to understand that we are vibrational beings living on a vibrational planet, and that we can control our vibrations by our thoughts and our feelings. And they said understanding the language of vibrations helps us navigate this human condition more efficiently, effectively, clearly, well, in a way that we really realize we have power to be our own creators. And they talk about that a lot too, that we create our reality. And to keep it light and easy, though, they said it is Halloween, and lots of people are going to parties and playing dress up and getting in costumes. And it is a time of celebration. It is a time to be fun, and maybe even to be silly and playful. And so they encourage you to not take a walk on the wild side, but just, let that alter ego come out a little bit and play. And because we do need more lightness on the planet, and given so much that's going on in the world, they would ask everyone if you would start your day, whether it's today, tomorrow, whenever you might watch this video, if you could incorporate this into your morning. And they said when you have that quiet time in the morning, and if you don't have that quiet time, they would ask you to make some. just for yourself, but also so you feel connected to um, this unseen world, your guides, but the world around you. And they would ask for you to sit in the morning when you take your quiet time and just feel love in your heart. Feel love in your heart, love in your heart, love in your heart, they said. And let this love fill your mind. And they said, let your whole body begin to feel this love. And just let all of that ruminate. And then they said, when you feel your entire body and your mind are in sync with that feeling of love, they would like for you to just imagine that love floating out from you into your, whatever room you're sitting in, and then into the house you're in, out into the yard, to the sky, and just really see it moving around the world and going into the areas that really need it most. And they said that would be so helpful. It would be helpful to the planet. It would really be helpful to you too, to start your day with that. Okay, that's it. We are going to keep it light and easy. I love it. All right, let me see here. Okay, I am going to hop to the questions. First one. My husband just lost a pet who was very dear to him through some formative years. How quickly can animals communicate with us after passing? And can you see if he possibly has a message for Phil? If it helps, the dog's name is Bullet, and he was an Australian Shepherd Mutt mix. Okay. All right, let's see here. Well, in answer to that question, animals, just like humans, can communicate immediately upon passing. So let's see. So they're right there, and it's just so um, wonderful to know that our loved ones, animals or humans, are the only thing that happens in a transition is that they lose their physical status. And so they lose, everything that comes with being physical. Yet their spirit is right there, and the essence of them is right there to still comfort, comfort you, be around you, communicate with you. So let's see what Bullet has to say. Oh, Bullet said it was time to go and that his services are no longer needed in the way that he was there for Phil, and that Phil is at a place in his life where he's getting ready to expand, and there's some really exciting times on the horizon for Phil that Bullet wants him to know. And Bullet was there, yes, through those formative years and through a time that Phil needed him in a different way, and maybe leaned on him, needed that comfort, needed that companionship. And it's not that he doesn't anymore, Phil, but it's that Phil is getting ready to move into a new phase of his life where it's not necessarily so formative. You think formative is we're becoming, right? And so we need all the support we can when we're becoming. And Bullet is saying Phil is ready to reach out and kind of jump out on his own, whatever that might mean. And his period of formative times, his period of becoming has arrived. And so Bullet's transition really marks the beginning of a new time and a new phase for Phil. And it's something to actually get excited about. And Bullet, like most animals, said he would be happy to come back. He would even come back in a similar form and fashion that he was in this time. Mm-hmm. Whenever you're ready. But yeah, so good stuff's on the horizon. I think that's lovely. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so we had someone write in a while back about asking about soulmates. So And she says, thanks for answering my soulmate question a few weeks ago. Any timetable to meet this person? My new question has to do with me going back to work. Will I go back to work in 2024? If so, what kind of employment would be best for me? Should I go back to what I did before or something new? So my Cobra insurance ends next spring. Thank you for your guidance. Okay. That's big stuff you got going on there. Okay, so let's see. We're going to look at soulmate work. Okay. Well, it looks like a lot's going to happen for you in 2024. Your guides give me an image of almost like if you were pedaling a bike. And you know how when you first get on a bike and you start to push the pedals and it just takes a minute to get going and you get into that momentum. And that's what they're showing. It's like the wheels are starting to turn. You're really starting to pedal right now. So 2024 looks like almost like you're going to remember how to ride a bike. You're going to have some balance there to consider. But it does look like you get into the momentum and it's going to be a busy year for you. Now, it may not be until the spring and summer that you really feel like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? But not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It feels like it's just all of a sudden there's a lot going on in your life. And I would say that romantically and professionally. So yes, you'll go back to work. Could be the end of spring, could be summer. Hang on here. Actually, it might be a little sooner. You might take something by March even. Let's see here. And I'm going to see if it's what you've done before. Now, I don't know what you have done before, but I'll see if they'll give me something specific or just answer that in general. Looks like it will be something similar in that vein. I would say yes, it'll be what you've done before, but that's only really to ease you back, it looks like, into the job market. And that feels like it's a stepping stone, that you might be in that industry, whatever that is for you, for could be a year, could be 2 at the most, but it feels like it's really just to get you back in the groove, if that makes sense. And I would say the romance looks around summer. Again, it could be spring or summer. Things like that slide around. But I would say 2024 is going to be busy, and you're going to, what's nice about it is they use that pedaling the bike image. It's like it takes a minute to get started, and then you got to catch a balance, but then it's like you cruise. You're just cruising. Let's see here. So they said, think of 2024. There's 12 months in the year. And you know, oftentimes we humans, we want things to happen like now. But you've got 12 months of this year to play with. And know that 2024 for you is going to be a year of, they're saying change, a year of receiving. And this, they said it's going to be a year of becoming for you. And that period of becoming may, go for the year, for 2 years or so. Could go a little longer. But they really want to encourage you to be open to receive, and be open to receive the good stuff. And so many of us don't believe that if we've not had a lot of good things happen, we don't believe that they can happen. But they said, please believe that you can have the good stuff, that you can have what you want. And there are people out there to connect with where you do get friendship and fireworks in the same person. And that does exist. And more of us need to believe that and not settle. So they appreciate you, they said, for really making the most of your life, your experiences, and your situation, and that things are going to get better from here. Let's make sure I answered that. Okay. Yeah, I think we got all that. hmm Okay, one more question today. I would love to know when my next romantic relationship will happen. Okay, let's see here. When will your next romantic relationship happen? Let's see. Hmm. I am looking. Let's see if they will give me. You know what? It looks like February. And you might already have met this person. You might know this person, but it looks like February. It might blossom into something or surprise you. And that's February. It looks like of 2024. So it could be the beginning, could be the middle, could be the last day. I'm not sure, but that's the time frame they're taking me. So what is that? Three months from now. So you too. It's like be open to receive. I would like to think 2024 is going to be a year of receiving for so many of us. Like, gosh, the last few years have been a lot of becoming, right? And it is time to be in a place of receiving. So, yeah, be open to that and just allow yourself to enjoy this journey and the flow of it. And you may be curious now who this person is if you already know them. Yet, just be curious about it and light about it, and not try and figure that out. And just kind of have fun with this. Okay, let's see if we have anything else today. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap up then. We are having a quick, short Saturday. I think it's everybody out getting their Halloween things going. So let me see what the guides have to send off. Okay. All right, let's see if we get any little message. Hang on here. Sometimes it takes a minute. You know, I don't have any final messages today. They love the questions and they love that we're keeping it very simple and easy today. And they love just really encouraging us to feel that love in our heart, send it out to the world. And, you know, back to that vibration thing, when we can bring up that love within us and we're sending it out, you know, like attracts like. So whatever we're being and sending, we're going to get back to us. And so when we send love, it's inevitable that it will come back our way. So that could be romantic love just as much as it can be any kind of love. So let yourself become loving and allow yourself to receive love back. That's wonderful. And that's all we have for today. So I again thank you for joining me. I hope to see you on Wednesdays starting next week. Y'all have a wonderful, I started to say Thanksgiving. I'm already thinking November. I have a wonderful Halloween.